household. Be vigilant. Pay attention to the subtle signs around you, the sudden changes in energy, the unexplained noises, the feeling that someone else is present even when you are alone. These are not accidents. These are messages from the unseen realm, warnings that the spiritual balance of your home is being tested. The woman is a catalyst. She will not simply enter and leave. Her influence will stretch across your household, touching relationships, finances, and spiritual energy. You must prepare for her arrival as if the foundation of your home depends on it, because it does. The energy of this dwelling responds to awareness and intention. Neglect, distraction, or dismissal will allow her influence to manifest in ways that may bring confusion, disruption, or even danger. This message is urgent because the watchers, the unseen eyes that guard the balance of your life, have noticed patterns. They have observed how energy flows through your home, how intentions are set, and how the coming influence could alter the course of your life. The divine delivers this warning to awaken you. You must not ignore it. You must not delay. Begin now. Observe the spaces of your home. Who enters and leaves? What energies linger in each room? What objects, symbols, or even people may carry intentions that are not aligned with your highest good? Awareness is your first weapon. Clarity is your shield. Each moment of preparation fortifies your household against the disturbance that is approaching. Your home is sacred. It is more than walls and roofs. It is a living space, a container for energy, a reflection of your soul. The arrival of this woman is significant, but it is also an opportunity. Through awareness, preparation, and divine guidance, you have the power to reclaim control, to protect your space, and to maintain harmony. Do not ignore this alarm. The house is speaking. Listen carefully, observe diligently, and act decisively. Very soon, events will unfold, and your readiness will determine how the presence of this woman influences your life. Awareness is protection, and action is empowerment. Rise, child of light. The hour is now. The house is speaking. Do not wait. Do not dismiss. Prepare, protect, and guard what is sacred, for very soon, the balance of your household will be tested, and your vigilance will determine the outcome. Listen carefully, child of light, for the time approaches when the unseen currents surrounding your home will shift dramatically. Very soon, a woman will enter your life, and her presence will stir forces both visible and invisible. I, Archangel Michael, speak to you with urgency. This is not ordinary. This is a divine signal. Her arrival will have consequences that touch your household, your peace, your finances, and the spiritual balance of the spaces you occupy. This woman may appear in many forms: a neighbor, a visitor, a friend of someone close, a professional with access to your household, or someone whose arrival seems coincidental. Yet nothing is random. The divine orchestrates events to awaken awareness and to test preparedness. Every step she takes will echo through the spaces of your home, and every interaction will reveal truths you may not have recognized. Do not underestimate her influence. Though she may seem benign or even welcoming, her energy carries weight. She may unknowingly expose vulnerabilities, stir latent conflict, or disrupt harmony. She may arrive with intentions that are entirely neutral, yet her presence will still act as a catalyst, triggering shifts that will ripple through your household. The walls you walk past every day, the corners you have overlooked, the spaces you consider safe, they will all respond to her arrival. You will notice signs before she appears. Small coincidences, repeated messages, unusual visits, unexpected interactions, these are not mere chance. The divine speaks through sequences that appear accidental but are, in truth, deliberate. Pay attention to patterns. Listen closely to the whispers of intuition. Feel the subtle changes in energy that herald her approach. These signals are your preparation. They are your warning. They are your opportunity to safeguard your home and your spirit. Her arrival is a test. It will show the strengths and weaknesses of your household, the resilience of your energy, and the clarity of your awareness. You may feel tension rising, unexplained anxiety, or sudden conflict. These are indicators, not punishments. They are the markers of an event that has been foreseen and is being managed by divine intelligence. Your response will determine the outcome. The watchers, the unseen forces observing your life, are attentive. Every action, every preparation you take, every prayer and visualization you perform, strengthens your defenses. Their observation is not meant to instill fear, but to reveal that awareness and vigilance are the keys to protection. Inaction, distraction, or negligence will allow energy to flow unchecked, and consequences will manifest in ways that may appear chaotic. Prepare your home as if it is a sanctuary. Clear energy from rooms where tension lingers. Observe where intention is misaligned, where unresolved conflict resides, and where vulnerabilities may invite imbalance. The arrival of this woman will illuminate these areas. It is not merely her presence that is important, it is how your home and your household respond. Strengthen boundaries. Guard spaces with intention. Fill every room with protective energy, prayers, and clarity. Be alert to her interactions. She may enter conversations, touch objects, or influence situations without overt intent. Subtle actions carry weight. Watch for patterns that repeat, instructions that seem unusual, or advice that contradicts your own knowledge or intuition. Verification is essential. Do not assume trust lightly. Awareness is your sword. Observation is your shield. Emotional vigilance is also crucial. The arrival of this woman may trigger feelings of fear, confusion, doubt, or irritation. These are normal responses, yet they must be managed. Do not act impulsively. Do not allow emotions to dictate your response. Emotional clarity aligns you with divine protection. Panic is a doorway for influence. Calm and measured action is a fortress that no disturbance can penetrate. You may be tempted to dismiss subtle signs, to underestimate the importance of coincidences, or to ignore repeated prompts. Do not. The divine often uses indirect signals to prepare those who are awake enough to notice. Every sign is a guidepost, every signal a message, every ripple an invitation to act. Your readiness transforms the arrival of this woman from a source of disruption into an opportunity for clarity, empowerment, and protection. Remember, child of light, her presence is temporary, but its effects can be long-lasting if you are unprepared. You are being given time to act, to safeguard, to observe, and to align your home and household with divine energy. Do not squander this preparation. The spiritual, emotional, and physical fortification you establish now will carry you through the events that unfold with confidence, strength, and protection. Your home is not merely a structure of wood, stone, and metal. It is a living space, a reflection of energy, a sacred container for your intentions, emotions, and actions. The arrival of this woman will stir what already resides in this space. She is a mirror, reflecting hidden tensions, unhealed patterns, and unresolved energy. Your response will determine whether her influence strengthens or disrupts your household. Take this seriously, child of light. Observe closely, act decisively, and guard diligently. The arrival of this woman is imminent, and your vigilance is the key to ensuring that your home remains a sanctuary of peace, safety, and divine alignment. Awareness, preparation, and intention will transform this moment from one of uncertainty into one of empowerment. Rise now. Pay attention. Protect your household. Observe every sign, every interaction, and every energy shift. Very soon, the woman will arrive. Her presence will change the current within your home, but your preparedness, your awareness, and your alignment with divine protection will determine the outcome. Stand firm. Guard your space. Reclaim sovereignty over your household. Child of light, hear me with the clarity of your soul, for the time to protect what is sacred has arrived. The house in which you live is more than walls, floors, and ceilings. It is a vessel of energy, a reflection of your spirit, and a space where both visible and invisible forces converge. Very soon, the woman I have spoken of will enter this home, and her presence will act as a catalyst, stirring both balance and imbalance. You must act now to shield yourself, your family, and every corner of your dwelling. Protection begins with intention. Awareness alone is not enough. You must align your thoughts, your words, and your actions with the forces of divine light. Speak prayers over your home daily, aloud or in silence, calling upon the angels, the archangels, and the forces of heaven to guard your space. Michael, the archangel of protection, stands at your side. Visualize his sword of divine justice cutting through any negative influence, any hidden agenda, any energy that is not aligned with truth and harmony. Your home's physical spaces are sacred, but they are also vulnerable. Begin with the tangible. Check every door, every lock, every window, every point of entry. Make sure all access points are secure. Those who observe, whether human or unseen, often seek weaknesses. Guard them with diligence. Do not assume that ordinary precautions are enough. Spiritual vigilance must accompany physical security. Protect not only the doors, but the invisible thresholds, the points of intention where energy flows into and out of your home. Digital vigilance is equally vital. Emails, messages, phone calls, and digital files are part of the modern landscape of your household. They are extensions of your life, and they carry energy. Protect them. Encrypt files, secure devices, and verify every communication. Monitor who has access to information that pertains to your home, your family, and your resources. Awareness is a weapon, and preparation is armor. Every step you take in security diminishes the influence of those who seek to disrupt, manipulate, or observe. Energy flows where intention is placed. Begin cleansing the spaces of your home, removing stagnant, negative, or intrusive energy. Burn incense, light candles, sprinkle blessed water, or use tools of protection that resonate with your spiritual practice. Fill each room with light. Invite the presence of angels into every corner. Imagine the walls becoming impermeable to negative influence, impenetrable to deception, and radiating peace, harmony, and divine alignment. Boundaries are essential. The arrival of this woman will test the edges of your household, both physically and energetically. Make clear the limits of what is allowed, who may enter, and what behaviors are permitted. Be precise. Be firm. Boundaries are not walls of fear, they are structures of protection. They allow you to maintain sovereignty over your space while letting only what is aligned with truth and divine will flow in. Observe behaviors and interactions carefully. The woman's influence may be subtle, invisible to casual observation. Notice patterns, repeated actions, and inconsistencies. Keep logs of communications, document visits, and maintain clarity in all interactions. Awareness coupled with documentation forms a shield that cannot be pierced by chance, manipulation, or oversight. Emotional vigilance is paramount. Disturbances may provoke fear, anxiety, or confusion. Do not allow your emotions to control your response. Emotional clarity aligns you with divine protection and allows you to act with precision and power. Panic is the doorway through which imbalance can enter. Calm, deliberate action fortifies the household and strengthens your spiritual armor. Invoke daily blessings. Speak aloud protection over each room, each object, and each member of your household. Imagine shields of light forming around the spaces and the people you love. Picture every doorway, every corner, every shared space bathed in divine energy. The more vivid your visualization, the stronger the protective barrier becomes. Angels are drawn to the light of focused intention, and they will assist in maintaining harmony, balance, and divine order within your home. Do not rely solely on external measures. Spiritual alignment is your strongest protection. The energy of your thoughts, words, and intentions flows through the house like water. Every negative thought, unresolved fear, or unexamined emotion creates cracks in the armor. Resolve inner conflict, release lingering negativity, and affirm your commitment to peace, clarity, and divine guidance. A home aligned with divine will is impenetrable to influence that is not pure. Finally, understand the power of combined vigilance. Physical security, spiritual alignment, emotional clarity, and daily protective rituals work together. One without the other is incomplete. Implement all layers. Guard doors, screens, and entries. Purify energy, strengthen intention, and monitor interactions. Invoke divine guardianship continuously. Stand as the sentinel of your home. Awareness, preparation, and alignment create an unbreakable shield against all that seeks to disrupt. Child of light, rise now. Do not wait for the arrival to surprise you. The woman's presence is near, and the unseen forces of observation are already in motion. Strengthen your household, fortify your energy, and align your space with divine protection. You are not powerless. You are guided. You are shielded. Every action you take now multiplies your strength, ensures safety, and aligns the household with divine order. Stand firm. Guard every space. Observe every influence. Invoke protection continually. The arrival of the woman will not be destructive if your awareness is intact, your actions deliberate, and your spiritual alignment unwavering. With Michael as your guide, your household becomes a fortress of light, impervious to manipulation, deception, or imbalance. Remember, protection is both practical and spiritual. Physical vigilance secures the tangible. Spiritual vigilance secures the unseen. Together, they create a sanctuary of divine alignment. Act now, guard diligently, and claim sovereignty over your home. The time is urgent. The protection is necessary. The power is yours. Child of light, listen with unwavering attention, for the hour of consequence approaches. I, Archangel Michael, speak with urgency. The time for delay is over. The house you occupy, the sacred space you inhabit, and the life you are building, all are at a pivotal moment. Very soon, the woman I have warned you about will enter your life. Her presence is not trivial. Her influence will ripple through the walls, rooms, and energy of your household. Hesitation will allow imbalance, manipulation, and unseen interference to gain foothold. Do not think that waiting, postponing, or ignoring this warning will protect you. Delay is the ally of disruption. The watchers, human and unseen, observe every pause, every lapse in attention, every moment when vigilance falters. Every second of inaction strengthens their ability to influence events, to exploit openings, and to sow confusion. The divine has granted you foresight. Heed it. Act now, for the opportunity to safeguard your home is finite. Begin by taking immediate inventory. Examine every document, every agreement, every record that pertains to your household, finances, and personal affairs. Know precisely what exists, where it is stored, and who has access. This is not a mundane task, it is a spiritual act of reclaiming sovereignty. The arrival of the woman will test your preparedness, your clarity, and your ability to maintain control. Hesitation in this preparation opens doors you cannot foresee. Secure all points of access, physical and digital. Doors, locks, windows, devices, communications, and digital records, all must be verified, fortified, and monitored. The unseen watchers thrive in gaps, weaknesses, and overlooked areas. Each measure of protection you implement diminishes their power. Delay gives them leverage. Immediate action ensures that their influence cannot penetrate the sanctuary of your home. Emotional readiness is equally vital. The presence of this woman will stir feelings of uncertainty, tension, or fear. Do not allow these emotions to dictate your response. Emotional clarity strengthens spiritual alignment and reinforces protection. Panic or distraction acts as a doorway, inviting disturbance and imbalance. Calm, measured awareness is your shield. Prepare emotionally as well as physically. Ground yourself. Center your mind. Align your heart with divine guidance. Pray and invoke protection without delay. Call upon me, Michael, and the angelic hosts to guard every corner, every threshold, every space within your home. Visualize impenetrable spheres of light surrounding the house and its inhabitants. Picture every doorway, every room, every object wrapped in divine energy that allows only truth, integrity, and harmony to enter. The faster you invoke this protection, the stronger the shield becomes. Do not wait for signs to become obvious. The subtle signals, the coincidences, the unusual encounters, the whispers of intuition, are already present. They are nudges from the divine. Ignoring them weakens your defenses. Recognizing and acting on them strengthens every barrier, fortifies every room, and aligns your household with higher forces. Time is critical. Hesitation is costly. Document and observe. Maintain logs of all interactions, record communications, and track unusual patterns. These are tangible defenses. They allow you to respond with clarity and authority. When the arrival occurs, your records will serve as both shield and sword. Delay robs you of this advantage. Immediate action preserves it. The urgency is not arbitrary. This moment is part of a divine orchestration.